talking about an ongoing issue of air pollution in Western New York. Breathing in and out is something all humans do every day, but have you ever stopped to think about what the air around us consists of? Did you know that 0.07% of every breath you take contains human-made pollutants? Air pollution is the process of contaminating the air with harmful substances, which can cause both environmental and health damages. Human reliance on fossil fuels for transportation, heating, and industry reasons have caused an overall increase in harmful emissions in Buffalo. The burning of fossil fuels is currently the #1 contributor to air pollution in Western New York. More technology leads to more energy intensity. This results in more fossil fuels being burned per year. However, in Western New York, the use of vehicles relies on fossil fuels the most, but the burning of fossil fuels to power cars comes with many risks. Firstly, fossil fuels are non-renewable. This means that they have a limited supply and will eventually run out. Second, emissions from fossil fuels are released into the atmosphere, which contaminates the air and can cause health hazards. These hazards include heart disease, lung cancer, and respiratory infections. But how exactly does it work? This is due to particulate matter, also known as PM10 and PM2.5. Third, harmful emissions contribute to environmental issues. In recent years, Buffalo has experienced many events with smog or haze. The smog due to air pollution has led to many respiratory problems as well as reduced air quality. Luckily, there is an effective way to counter this problem, and that is for the ENV to fund and support companies or industries who create cleaner forms of energy. In short, we need to switch to alternative forms of energy that don't contaminate the air as much. Relying on fossil fuels is both harmful to the environment and not sustainable in the long term. Thus, we need to find another source of energy in replacement of fossil fuels. Some alternative examples include solar power, hydroelectric energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, and tidal energy. These energy sources are abundant and have little to no impact on the air. They mainly rely on the Earth's natural resources that can be found almost anywhere in Western New York. To understand more about these alternative energies, we first have to know how they work. Alternative energies such as solar and wind rely on a generator that converts the resource into usable energy. For instance, solar energy uses solar panels and wind energy uses wind turbines. So what is preventing us from switching to these sources? The problem is that they are too costly. Companies aren't able to sell these energy generators at a cheap price because of the cost of equipment and manufacturing. Even now we see products such as electric cars being overpriced because the production costs are so expensive. However, if there was government funding, industries would be able to balance out production costs and profit and would be able to sell their products at a more affordable price. As the alternative energy generators become more affordable, more people would be able to buy and use it. Eventually, these energy sources will become more widespread in Buffalo, overall decreasing the demand for fossil fuels. However, installing these new energy generators can take up a lot of space. Big generators like hydroelectric and wind turbines tend to take up a lot of space, and we don't have enough empty land in Buffalo to build them. A solution for this issue is to create and install smaller generators in bigger quantities. Instead of creating many big generators, we can switch to small ones that don't generate as much energy but work the same way, such as installing solar panels on roofs instead of installing them individually. Since many residents in Western New York live in houses, we can work to install solar panels on the roofs. Although these solar panels generate less energy individually, installing so many of them can effectively power entire buildings. Air pollution is a problem that affects all individuals in Western New York. The impacts of air pollution has already influenced many aspects of our lives, both socially and environmentally. Some environmental impacts in Western New York includes reduction in agriculture, decreased plant life, reduced visibility, and smog or haze. Overall temperatures in Buffalo have increased 1.2 degrees to 52.1 degrees due to air pollution. Western New York is ranked one of the top greenhouse gas polluters in the state. It is one of the states that are the most reliant on fossil fuels. Because of all the harmful emissions, the air quality index in Buffalo is steadily declining. This can lead to issues involving respiratory health as well as other dangers. Therefore, in order to combat air pollution, we must solve the issue of excessive CO2 emissions in Western New York. We can do this by decreasing the demand for fossil fuels, switching to cleaner, more renewable energy sources can help reduce our reliance on fossil fuels by completely shifting an energy source. The issue of air pollution is not one we should overlook. The problem might not be really visible now, but eventually it will lead to permanent damages to our well-being and for the environment. Taking action immediately can help us lessen the release of greenhouse gases so that we can have cleaner air. Western New York has always been a crucial contributor to harmful emissions in the state. To protect Western New York from further damage and for future generations to come, we should switch to cleaner sources of energy before it is too late. Thank you for watching, and remember to always protect the planet.